I spent most of my life like a shadow, present yet unseen. My name is Caleb, and for 30 years I carried an invisible wound so deep it felt as though part of me was always bleeding. Then, one morning, a letter slipped beneath my door and exposed something I had never dared to name. I wasn't simply overlooked, had been erased. As a child, my sister Nora was the flame everyone circled around. Her laughter rattled the walls, her tempers bent the entire house to her will. And me. I was the quiet figure drifting in the background. At the dinner table, she always claimed the best chair, the first serving, the attention. Whenever I tried to speak, my voice was drowned out by her noise. "Caleb's fine," Dad would murmur, and that was always the end of it. Fine. That word became my chain. By the time I turned 17, I had learned the futility of asking to be noticed. I brought home flawless grades, barely a nod. My first photography exhibit, just a quick good job before the spotlight swung back to Nora's latest crisis. When she announced her engagement to Julian, a smug advertising executive, the family threw a full-blown celebration in her honor. Later, at a holiday dinner, I tried to share my own news, that I had landed a position at a professional photography studio. Halfway through my sentence, Nora raised her hand, flashed her ring, and declared she had a surprise. In an instant, every gaze left me. My accomplishment disappeared, and I forced myself to smile. Ghosts don't complain. Then came her engagement party. I didn't even hear about it from family. I discovered it on Instagram. Strangers posting photos of my entire family smiling under strings of glowing lights. Mom, Dad, cousins, even Uncle Theo, who hated dressing up. Everyone was there. Except me. No text, no call, no seat at the table. I sat in my apartment scrolling through photo after photo, each one carving me deeper. The next morning I called my father. "I saw the posts," I told him. His silence gave him away before he finally muttered, "We didn't think you'd want the fuss. Nora can be particular. We didn't want conflict." Conflict. Me. The one who had swallowed every slight, every forgotten birthday, every brushed-off word. I didn't raise my voice. I simply said, "Then you won't mind missing my wedding." His brittle laugh crackled through the line. "Don't be ridiculous." Ridiculous. That word lit a fire inside me I didn't know existed. For the first time I hung up without saying goodbye. Emma, the woman I had loved quietly for 3 years, was my anchor. She noticed the pieces of me my family had erased. After that call with Dad, I knew I couldn't wait any longer. I proposed at sunrise, on a cliff with waves crashing below us. Her yes was brighter than the sky. I swore our wedding would be ours, not theirs. We kept it secret. A coastal estate, Emma's family decorating with flowers, the tables heavy with seafood. Uncle Theo helped too, his rough voice softening as he said, "You deserve this, Caleb. This time it's your stage." Invitations went only to those who had truly seen me. Not my parents, not Nora. Silence would be my answer. But silence has a way of unraveling. A few days before the wedding, my cousin Lena texted me a photo of an invitation left on Theo's desk. "Your dad saw this," she wrote. Soon my phone lit up. Calls, voicemails, my mother's voice breaking. "Caleb, we're your family. Please." I let them pile up. Not out of cruelty, but because I was done letting guilt edit my life. On the morning of the ceremony, Nora texted me a single word. Heartless. Heartless. For wanting one day where I wasn't invisible. I didn't respond. But hours before the vows, there was a knock at my door. Gentle. Hesitant. I opened it to find Nora, stripped of her fire. Her eyes were swollen, her scarf twisting in her hands. "Can I come in?" she whispered. "Let her." In the kitchen, her voice trembled. "I didn't know Dad didn't invite you to the engagement party. I thought you just didn't come." My chest tightened. "You didn't even notice I wasn't there." She had no defense. Just silence. And then finally, "I'm sorry. I was blinded by their spotlight. I never saw how it dimmed you." For the first time I believed her. Not enough to forgive, but enough to let her in. You can come, I said softly. Only you. The ceremony was everything I never thought I could have. Emma walked toward me, and the world went still. We promised each other forever while Nora sat in the front row, tears sliding silently down her cheeks. Theo gripped my shoulder, his pride steady and real. For once, I wasn't a shadow. I was whole. But as the evening wound down, a server approached me with an envelope slipped under the gate. My hand shook as I opened it. Caleb, we saw the photos. We know. We heard you. We're sorry. Let us fix this. I froze, Emma's hand grounding mine. Their words didn't erase the years. They didn't undo the countless nights I spent invisible. But for the first time they admitted it. And maybe that was enough to leave the door cracked open. The letter still rests on my counter. I haven't replied. Maybe I never will. But one truth is unshakable now. I no longer need their light. I've found my own. So I'll leave you with this question. What would you do if the people who silenced you came knocking, asking to return? Would you let them?